we're checking out the Lenox bimetal blade. This is a 14 TPI or tooth per inch setting. This is a 6-inch blade, and this is the thicker or wider blade. I like the wide blades because they're designed specifically for steel, and if you get these jammed or they buck, they don't bend or break quite as easy. Lenox has a great product. They're very, very similar to the Milwaukee ones. Obviously, Milwaukee makes an excellent product as well. These are pretty comparable. Lenox's hole saws and their metal cutting tools are all pretty much right on par with Milwaukee. So I really like it. They're right in the right price point. This is stuff you can pick up at your hardware store and continue to use over and over and over again. This stuff is going to last you quite a while. I actually prefer to put a cutting lubricant on here when I do cut metal. I use like a cutting paste that kind of sticks on there, and it really extends the life of these. It may seem a little bit silly because they're so disposable and readily available, but I really do like to get the maximum amount of life out of them, and I can make a blade like this last for quite a long time. This one's probably made at least 2 feet of cut through it, 3/8 steel. So, and you can see about where what the teeth look like on that. And it's still got a little bit of life in it. I mean, it's not completely flattened or dead. The only thing that'll ruin these blades is if you try and cut something that's too hard, like a hardened steel or a tile. They're not going to work on that. They're only going to work on mild steel and wood. They're going to cut through nails, bolts, construction type materials for sure. They're going to go ahead and do that real well. And the thicker style, like I said, just doesn't bend. The thinner ones, the teeth work just as well, but in a heavy duty application, they have a tendency to catch, grab, and bend. Their wood blades work fine as well. I just use these. This 14 TPI seems to be a great all-purpose blade. I'll go ahead and cut wood with this stuff. Metal, pipe, PVC, just about everything. This is the perfect all-around TPI blade. Unless you're cutting wood all the time, then you can get a specifically designed wood blade. But for this, I think it works perfectly fine. So for more information, check out the website below. For more information on Lenox, check out any hardware store. They should have them. Okay, we've got our Lenox 18 TPI, or tooth per inch. That means there's going to be 18 teeth per inch in there. We'll just see how this does. Cutting wood with quite a few nails. There's actually some cut-off nails in there from the last one too. Okay, so obviously it'll do it. Just not quite as quick as the other ones, but it also makes it cleaner cut as well. Alrighty, so now we got the Lenox 18 TPI bimetal blade. Go ahead and start cutting on this. This is 3/4 inch mild steel. Okay, so I'm inspecting the blade to see if any teeth are broken or anything like that. Let's see what we got here. I am not seeing any broken teeth yet in there at all. So that held up just fine. I want to kind of note too, if you use a cutting paste or some kind of cutting lubricant when you're cutting steel with any of these, that's going to make your blade last a ton longer. Cutting lubricant, this is from TTP, and it's kind of sticky and gooey and waxy. I don't know, it really sticks on there better than an oil. You're going to get about twice the life out of your blade, or even more, maybe even more. So for your carbide ones and stuff like that, that may be a good idea. Or even these, if you want to get more life out of them. I just figured this is a real world video, and hardly anybody's going to ever take time to actually lubricate their blade while they're cutting stuff out in the field. So it is what it is. But we'll try the next one. Okay, so now we have a bimetal blade. This is our 18 TPI bimetal blade from Lenox. So it did do it, but this blade is now garbage. So, yeah, you can see what a new blade. Let's see if I can find there. See what a new blade looks like compared to. Oh well, you can see right there on the end what new teeth look like, and then these are completely flat. Oh well, almost flat. They're not going to do very much cutting anymore. So did it cut it? Yeah. Is it going to cut it for very long? No. Okay, so now we're going to try cast iron. It's actually a little more difficult than I thought finding information on cast iron. I actually couldn't find a rock wall hardness scale rating. There's just too many different kinds, and I didn't really see a number for it. But I know it's really super hard, and I know these blades here specifically say cast iron on them. So that's what it's for, because it's extra hard. So how do we know if a piece of iron is cast? Well, this is a piece of cast iron. Old gears, flywheels, stuff like this right here, you can see the number it was cast into it. Also, when we look around this side, you can see the casting ring right in here, and you can see the cast marks out here. Cast was a super tough iron that wasn't easily machined. So that's why they poured it and cast it into the shape that they wanted, because it was tough to do the job that it needed to do, but it's also difficult to machine and work with. You can also tell by weight. Very heavy. It's way heavier than regular steel. You can tell it right away. The other thing is, get a nice chime to it. You can hear that ring for a while. That means you have cast iron. Cast iron is found in plumbing and engine block heads, gears, fan belt, drive belt, things like this right here. That's where you're going to find it mostly. So whether or not you encounter it that often, I don't know. But I know a plumber should always keep some kind of carbide blade on. So we'll just go ahead and see what happens here. Let's see. We could put a bimetal blade on there and see what it does. See if it does anything with this cast iron. I am going to go ahead and try and lubricate some of these so we can see, give it the best shot it's got. A bimetal blade will cut cast iron. It's just you're gonna spend a ton of money on blades because you're gonna burn them up before you get very far. But a bimetal blade will cut cast iron.